Welcome to Down the Barrel Podcast with Jimmy and Dino. Get ready to dive into the wild world of Minnesota hunting, trapping, and wildlife. We'll be chatting with some folks who protect, manage, and promote the great outdoors. But don't worry, we'll also have some laughs as we chat about guns, whiskey, and anything else that catches our eye. So grab a drink, sit back, and get ready for a good time. Down the Barrel Podcast is brought to you by the Minnesota Deer Hunters Association
and Wolf.Report. Wolf.Report, a platform dedicated to elevating the voices of Minnesota hunters, trappers, and outdoor enthusiasts. Join us in advocating for responsible wolf management in Minnesota. Share your reports, photos, and stories, and together we will ensure that they are seen by all.
The Minnesota Deer Hunters Association, protecting the future of deer and deer hunting through habitat, education, advocacy, and legislation. All right, so today we're here talking with Sam and Caren from Off Grid Armory. How you doing?
Good. Good morning. Thanks for having us.
Thanks for making the drive all the way from Shevlin.
Yeah, so what is it? About hour and a half? Hour and
45.
Okay, so it is a little bit longer.
Yeah, I guess we've been out there a few times. So
we have. We did our conceal carry
online. Yeah, I think that was during COVID, wasn't it?
It was. Was it? Didn't go. It had to be
the Zoom permit to carry. Yeah, we got probably 9 months worth of classes, maybe a year worth of classes doing that.
Yeah. Yep. Then we ended up driving over and obviously doing the range qualifiers.
Yeah, I think we came there one of the busiest days, so because you guys were swamped. I felt kind of bad. But.
Yeah. We it was the only day. Because I think, so we did that in December, and I think it was February before we could get over there, just trying to find our schedule. And it's like, well, we got to Saturday, so let's run over there. And
during COVID, gun sales were amazing.
Yes.
Every day.
Yeah, it looks like that day you guys, we could barely walk around the store.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's awesome.
And then I've been back a couple other times with the family looking at stuff and whatnot. I know you've been over there.
Yeah, going over there with my brother-in-law, and he bought a bunch. He bought a can.
Yeah. It's a great store.
Thank you.
I love it, and all the memorabilia and everything, and just the selection that you guys have is amazing. So everybody should check it out for sure.
Right, it's like a destination. Who does the decor out there? Do you?
That's me. That's all me. So I started off 4 years basically on the gun show loop.
Okay.
Because building a gun store, you don't just build a gun store. You got to start with small amount of inventory and work your way up. Mm-hmm. So basically my store was the first 4 years of Off Grid was the gun show loop. Yep. And I made it a habit of buying the weirdest, most unusual stuff I could find at every gun show I went to.
Yeah.
So that's where the decor came from.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, that is cool.
Yeah, because you have like a Jeep and motorcycle and all kinds of fun stuff in there.
Yeah, so the cool thing about the firearms industry and the firearms business is it's probably the most historical business in the country.
Right.
Our whole country was founded on firearms and firearms ownership and our Second Amendment freedoms.
Yeah. Yeah, that is awesome. So how did Off Grid get... Well, let's step back. So history about you and Caren.
Okay. So my wife and I met in Hawaii. We were both in the Navy, and that's where we met, and that's where we got married. And I was in submarines for 4 years, and she was a dental tech and a field corpsman in the Navy and the Marine Corps. So
that's awesome.
That's our roots. So we were in the military, but we stayed in Hawaii for about 5 years and then moved back to Minnesota because we bought the family business from my parents, which is Itasca Sports Rental.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
In Itasca State Park. So
So you're originally from the area?
Yes.
Yep. Okay, perfect.
From here, and then went into the military and was gone for about 10 years.
Okay. Awesome. And your wife, Caren, she's from?
New Jersey.
That's
Jersey.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. Very cool. So with that, all right. So then how did Off Grid come about?
So got into the gun business about 2007, 2008. Started buying stuff for my own personal private armory and ran into a lot of roadblocks because it was during the Obama administration. Mm-hmm. Everything was out of stock nationwide. And that's when my eyes were open to the firearms business and the firearms industry. I was like, what is this? I can't buy what I want. This is so bizarre. It's like the stock market almost.
Yeah.
Someday you can get it, someday you can't. And then that's how I decided to get my own FFL. I was like, hey, I'm building my own armory here. Sort of, it's a lot now, and I'm going to get my own license.
Yeah.
And then the business happened on its own. It became its own life form and took over my life.
Right. And you decided on Shevlin because it was close to Itasca Sports?
We started in our garage at home. I have a 40 by 60 garage and turned that garage into a gun shop. And then as word got out and word spread, the firearms business is very unique. You could build one anywhere and people will show up. Guns are, it's not like a coffee shop where it's location, location, location.
Yeah.
So it was on our property. That's why we did that. And yeah, I mean, one day I was looking around at who was in the store and I didn't know anyone and I didn't recognize anyone. And I looked at my wife and I said, we have got to do something different. I think we need to build a store not at our house.
Yeah.
And so we built Off Grid on our property. We have 479 acres of property. So we built our gun shop on our land away from our home. And that's why Off Grid is where it is.
Okay.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, really unique building on the outside even too.
Oh, that
outdoor
thing is-
range looks like a hoot.
It's awesome.
Awesome.
It's awesome. Yeah.
And you guys have added more and more
Right.
over the years.
Yep. So we started with a large building and then we added another large building to that for warehousing and classes, and it just keeps growing.
Yeah.
Next phase, we're looking at building another building to add 2 Off Grid. So she's still growing. We're not to where we want to be yet. We're still growing the business.
Yeah. And you guys do a lot of online sales?
Tons of online. So I would say probably 70 to 80% of our business is conducted on the internet.
Really?
Okay.
Wow.
Is it more on your website or do you gun broker?
A lot of doors. So we use guns.com, gun broker. We have our own website. Yeah, we just do a lot of business online because we deal in a lot of rare and unusual inventory.
Yeah.
We don't deal in just we deal in normal stuff, yes, because some people are looking for, a Glock 48 or a Glock 43. So we stock that, but mostly what we try to stock and go after are like rare and one-of and unusual things.
Right.
Yeah. I'm going to be honest, ever since you guys were doing videos and everything and getting the rare and the unique guns, that's where I kind of got into, okay, we need some diversity and rare, unique stuff here, and so it's like, I want that gun because it's unique. Yeah, maybe a little spendy, but you know what? Somebody's going to get it. Somebody's going to want that gun at a fundraiser. So that's where I kind of stole that from you in a way, or you inspired me to do that. So it's like I want those unique guns. So and we've gotten quite a few over the last few years.
Well, and they don't last very long either because I usually see them.
Right. Yeah, exactly. And that's kind of the cool thing. So you inspired me to even get more, the uniqueness and everything out of it.
Right,
so
exactly. Because
awesome.
if you go online, everybody's selling the same thing.
Right.
There's 1,000 places you can buy the same item from.
Yeah.
And I'm not terribly interested in competing with that.
Yeah.
That's not why I'm in the gun business.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, that's awesome that can work for you.
I gotta admit, I haven't been out to Off Grid yet, but
oh gosh,
it's on my bucket list.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right? Road trip.
Yeah.
I'm going to take a road trip next week.
Hey,
There you
check it
go.
out.
Yeah, I've got a meeting over in Shevlin on Monday. Actually, I forgot to put that on my calendar, but
I see
it's
how
on
it
there.
is.
It's on there now.
I see how it is.
You'll have to open up this for him.
I will. I'll open up just for you.
There you go.
We're actually 17 miles south of Shevlin.
Okay.
Yeah.
4 miles north of the park.
4 miles north of Itasca
Okay,
State Park.
yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
I think when we drove out there, it was like an ice storm. So I think when we
it was
hit
rough.
just outside of Bemidji and we turned to head down, I think I was doing 20 miles an hour. And then coming down that big hill within just a few miles of the store, yeah, I was puckered the whole way down thinking,
See, that's
oh, man,
determination. You're like,
ridiculous.
I am going to finish this rain
Yep,
call today.
Yeah,
we
I was
have to
like,
do it.
man, we're going. We're
Too
going.
long.
Yep. Yeah. I remember the wife calling like, are you guys stupid? Like, no. Yes, but no. We're dedicated. We're going. But yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah,
It was,
you know,
it
you
was a
mentioned
rough
it,
drive.
yeah.
It was a rough drive over there.
Mm-hmm.
I think it took us a little over it was probably about 2.5 hours to get there. Yeah.
Well, yeah, it was February, so
Yeah, it was worth it. It was definitely worth it. So I guess more on what does Off Grid also offer?
So what we claim to do is we are a training company. So before we are even a gun store, we pride ourselves on a training company. That's basically what we do. Our passion is to train and equip people in self-defense, legal self-defense, and being able to protect themselves, their families, their kids, their communities, wherever they're at. That's our bread and butter. So we do a monthly permit to carry class. That's the drive behind what we do. The firearm sale after that is just an added bonus. Like we're mostly passionate about the carry licenses.
Yeah, for sure.
How many students do you think you go through a year?
So far to date, we're at 3,259 people.
Like that.
This year?
Yeah.
Not this year. No,
Okay,
that's
total.
total. I'm a numbers guy. I like to know how many people I've trained in my life.
It's in
Right.
the book.
But yeah, we started training in 2017. During COVID, our classes were 180 people per class.
Yeah.
The Zoom classes, we were doing 180 people per class.
Yep. Yeah, and the classes it was awesome. I enjoyed. I think it was just a couple hours.
3
I think it was 3. I think it was
Yeah.
3. Yeah.
On Zoom, it's really fast because nobody can add a story to the class. I have total control over the class.
Right.
We're not taking breaks. I'm not feeding them lunch because we feed everybody lunch that takes our class.
Okay.
So you missed out on that if you
Yeah,
took
we
our
did.
Zoom
Yeah.
permits carry. So I owe you guys lunch.
Well, guess what? I'm sure they're going to expire here in another year or 26.
It's got to be getting pretty close.
It's either 25 or 26.
I think it's 26.
So, we've already made up our mind. We're coming back for.
Right.
We'll come back for lunch.
Awesome.
then.
That'd be awesome.
Sure.
So we do them on Saturdays. We actually have a class coming up this Saturday, but I love feeding people. I love that part of it. So we cook for everybody who takes our class. We sit down together. We get them trained. We spend time together. We feed them.
Yeah.
They do the range qual. They leave with a certificate. Yeah.
That's awesome. That you can do all of that. You know.
And how do they sign up for those classes?
On our website, which is offgridarmory.us.
Boom.
Plug
There
for
you
the
go.
company.
Absolutely. Check it out. We did.
Yes. Yep, we did for sure. And then so you got your conceal and carry classes, and then gun rentals.
Yep,
Right.
we do machine gun rentals. We have about 75 different full autos that you can rent at Off Grid. We have a 0207 license, so we build machine guns in Off Grid Armory. So we don't build them to sell them. We build them so that people can rent them and experience what they're like.
That is.
And when you say rent them, that means
On our range.
on your range.
Yeah,
Yes.
I have had people come in and be like, "So rent it? Does that mean I can like check it out and bring it back when I'm done?" I was like, "No,
I'll bring it out. Bring it back after deer season.
yeah, this is not a vacuum cleaner.
I'm going to rent that 50 cal. I'll be back in like 4 days.
Yeah, it doesn't work like that."
That is cool.
We've got PKM, DP-28s, like just weird World War II machine guns, new current machine guns. We have an M60. That one's really popular.
Oh, I bet.
Just a lot of 1919s.
Do you have a flamethrower out there?
I do. I have a backpack flamethrower.
I thought I saw it on YouTube or Facebook. Yeah.
That is cool.
It's not for rent.
That one you can't rent? Or-
It's not currently on the menu.
Come out there.
I'll let you play with it.
Solid. Yeah, some fun stuff for sure. I know when we were there, I remember looking, you guys got a big box of AKs.
Yep.
Yeah, and you guys still have a ton of those?
We sold all of them.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I wanted one so bad.
We built all of those.
Yeah, really?
Yep. We build AKs like old style, like World War II.
Yeah.
We buy old MD63 parts kits, and then we throw in a new barrel, new receiver, new rivet set. My gunsmith is a whiz when it comes to building AKs.
Okay.
Yeah.
I figured you must have a full-time gunsmith out
Yeah.
there.
Yep.
Got a pretty solid shop then, too?
Yep.
Yeah.
Great crew. Got Blake, and my son Grant works there.
Okay.
And got a shipping manager, and my wife is the head of marketing.
Awesome.
She's the brains behind the whole operation.
Yeah.
Right. There you go.
And how long is your range?
So our longest shot on our range is 900 yards.
No?
Wow.
We have a shooting tower that you can work from at that distance.
Well, now we know when.
Yeah, we've been trying to find a range that, because
Right.
the one around here that we're all members of is only 300 yards.
Yep.
So we're trying to find something.
Yeah, because we kind of
further.
want to get in some long range shooting.
Right.
I guess that means, and I got to buy a gun for that. So
Yeah, I'm sure none of the ones you have now would work.
I hear you can rent them too.
yeah, I could.
50 cal will do the job.
I'm definitely renting that thing.
Yes, we have a Barrett 107A1 with a suppressor on it that people shoot out of the tower
Oh,
at the
man.
900 yard target.
Wow.
Yeah, and you can hear the bullet hit 900 yards away.
I can hear it at the house.
Wow, that is crazy. So with the suppressor on that, how does that? I mean, obviously, I'm sure it
Total
helps,
game
but
changer.
Really,
That's a $3,300 suppressor on that gun, and it's almost hearing safe.
wow.
Yeah, it's amazing. Like you could spend all day behind that rifle with that suppressor on there, and you
Yeah.
would not have a headache.
Wow, that's
107A1 without a can, 10 rounds, and you're like, I'm all done.
Yeah. That's
imagine.
crazy. Yeah, no doubt. So recently, we'll talk more recently, you were driving around in a Sherp?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So Sherp USA, like the world or not the world headquarters, but the North American headquarters for Sherp USA is in Besida, Minnesota. Yeah. 10 miles from Off Grid Armory.
Huh.
Yep.
I did not know that. Did you know that?
They're an amazing operation. I recommend anyone who is listening to this to go find Sherp USA on their Facebook page and like and follow their page. They're amazing guys.
Yeah, that is cool.
They have people flying in private jets once a week to come test drive. They have a testing track where you can drive them and experience what it's like, and then they sell you one. And yeah, they've had people flying from all over the world to buy them.
Wow. Are you going to buy one?
My wife is sitting right next to me.
Is he going to buy one?
So we have a second appointment at Sherp on the 28th of June, and my wife is going to drive a Sherp, if you know what I'm saying.
There you go. See, that's the way to do it.
They sure look fun.
Oh, gosh.
Those things look so neat.
Go anywhere, do anything, floats on water, drive through swamps, drive over trees. It's the newest, coolest bass boat.
There you go.
And I love bass boats, so I'm thinking, yep, I'm gonna have to look into that.
Yeah, they're like $100,000 though, aren't they?
Yeah, I want to say they start at 90 and go up to about 165,000.
Dang, that's
I may have to live in
side
it.
by side.
Yeah, it's big boy money for sure.
Take out a second mortgage.
Right?
That's why my wife is looking at me with the side eyes right now.
It's got to be a write-off though, isn't it?
It is a write-off.
There you go.
It's a write-off, dude.
Put a sticker on there. You can always get to work.
That is funny.
For sure. So you were saying some exciting news. You guys brought a little something extra today
We
to
did.
talk about.
We did. So I brought in a Pelican case with 5 different suppressors in it.
Very
We are getting ready to launch our own brand of suppressors. They're called Off Grid Suppressors, and they are an amazing product. They're made out of 3D printed titanium and 3D printed Inconel. And they are basically with suppressor, most suppressors are machined and they have a traditional baffle stack in them. They're simple, they're easy to produce, but you're really limited to the internal design with machining. With 3D printing, you can take your wildest imagination and print it. So the design of the inside of our suppressor is actually patented, and they are so quiet. Yeah, it's pretty exciting.
Yeah, we're messing with them, and they're so light.
Yeah, very light.
I haven't held a lot of suppressors, but these things, I don't know. To me, these things right now, they're the cream of the crop. I mean, they're awesome.
They are 3D printing technology is still relatively new. Even the big players in the market like SIG, they're still trying to figure out how to print a suppressor. They have a pistol caliber can that's printed, but a lot of places haven't really got into the 3D printing yet because they don't have the knowledge that my guy who prints them for us has. So the place that we get them printed at, he has a whole bunch of military contracts, and he 3D prints parts for F-22 fighter jets and the experimental space plane. It's called Volantra.
Okay.
I'm probably not even supposed to be telling you about this, but he has all these contracts for the Department of Defense for this.
That is cool.
He knows what he's doing.
He knows what he's
Yeah.
doing. It's like, if you can 3D print fuel nozzles for an F-22 fighter jet, you could probably print a suppressor.
Right. And when are people going to be able to see these things?
So we're selling them locally in our store. The only place you can get one right now is at Off Grid Armory. We are going to be distributing them nationally here in the next 2 days, 2 or 3 days.
wow.
We're going to be releasing them.
Quick.
Awesome.
Yep.
That is cool.
Your Tuesday.
We have 3 dealers we're starting with, B&B Guns in Grand Forks. Great group of guys. Big fan of theirs. If you don't know who they are, find them. They're awesome. Brad and Renee at B&B Guns. And then we've got Superior. They just opened an indoor gun range in Superior, Wisconsin.
Yep.
Superior Gun Range is, I think, what it's called. Dead on Arms. They're going to be carrying our cans too. And she's had people coming in and asking for the Off Grid Armory cans. So she emailed me yesterday and was like, when are they coming? I need them.
Awesome.
Like right now.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's exciting.
Yeah, that'll definitely be exciting. So that'll be
2 days.
in 2 days.
2 days.
All right.
So what are you going to do when everybody wants one? Are you ready for that?
So my goal isn't to make money with selling the suppressors. I just want to be able to go into any gun store that sells cans and see our product on the shelf.
Yeah.
That's my goal.
Well, hey, if you don't want to make any money, we'll take 3.
Yeah, we could work a deal out.
I just want Off Grid Suppressors to be a household name.
Yeah.
Like, Dead Air or Silencer Co.
Yep.
I want Off Grid Suppressors to be a household name, like the big names.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, haven't touched them. I mean, they are quality. And like Dean said, I mean, I didn't think it was possible to have them be that light.
Right.
No, that really amazed me. And so I've been looking at cans for quite some time now. And after we had, APF in, talking to Garrett, whatnot. And
Garrett's a good dude. I know him.
And the coyote shoot that we went on. And it's like, man, I'm thinking I'm just going to have to pull the trigger on it and just make it happen.
Yeah. And the good news is since the NFA got in trouble by Congress, transfer times are anywhere from 1 day to 2 days to 3 days to 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Instead of 8 months to a year.
Right.
So now with the suppressor, there is instant gratification.
Yep. That's always been my biggest hang up. I mean, the cost as well, but it's like, do I really want to spend all this money and then wait a year to be able to use it?
Yeah.
For sure.
I guess the instant gratification would be great until it instantly gratifies my checkbook.
Well said.
It's like,
But then you shoot your first coyote and it's all worth it.
yeah, exactly. Or you just shoot with, and oh God, I can't imagine. Yep, I'm looking more into it. For sure.
So with coyote hunting, I mean, instead of pulling the trigger one time and scaring everything in the entire forest,
Exactly.
now you're getting a ton of follow-up shots.
Yeah. Well, and we were hunting in Kansas, there was livestock around.
Yeah.
So of course, as soon as you shoot, I mean they're running. If they're closer to you, they're running. Well, obviously that's not a good situation, for the most part of it. So that's where it would definitely come in handy. And I know a lot of guys down there are running suppressors because the follow up shots, and they're hunting at night. Well, if they're not hunting close to houses by any means, but still, you're going to scare people, or you're going to scare livestock, and it's just.
And the biggest reason to have a suppressor, honestly, is it's a health and safety product. Who has had a 10-point buck in the crosshairs and said, "Oh, hold on a second, I'll throw in my ear pro real quick before I pull the trigger"? That doesn't hapen.
Yeah,
nobody does that.
Uh-uh.
And every time you fire a weapon without ear pro on, like, you're destroying your hearing. So,
Yep.
Well, and especially if you're hunting out of a box blind,
Yep.
And that's even worse because the reverberation and everything. So, yeah.
Well, and I've been told that in a lot of European countries, you're required to have a suppressor on just so you don't, annoy your neighbors.
Right.
yeah, be kind to your neighbors. Buy a suppressor.
For sure. I could shoot a lot more in my place if I had one.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's where The whole suppressor thing is where movies like John Wick have done us a disservice.
Yes.
Yeah.
They do not make your gun silent. You can't be walking through a subway station pulling the trigger without people noticing.
Nobody moving.
Exactly. I ask people in every single one of our permit to carry classes, because I bring up the legality of suppressors, and I ask people, I'm like, why do you think they're so hard to buy? And usually there's at least one person in the class that says, well, all the criminals have them and all the criminals use them.
Right.
And then I inform them that in the last 88 years, only 9 legally owned suppressors have ever been used in a crime.
Wow.
In 88 years, only 9 have been used in a crime.
I believe it.
I mean, tell me one other thing that's only hurt 9 people in 88 years.
Right. Nothing.
Nothing.
Not a thing. I
Nothing.
can't think of anything.
Spoons are probably more dangerous.
Yeah.
Definitely. Most definitely.
Right. Like 100 people a year die from a falling coconut.
Right.
That's statistically proven, by the way. You could look that up.
Wow. I'm going to have to look that up. I believe it, though. That's awesome.
No. So, Sam, I got to ask you, I mean, watching your Facebook videos of the shop, I know you got that little safe room or whatever you want to call it.
The vault.
The vault.
Yeah.
I noticed the other day I was watching a video that you got a chair in there.
Yes.
So you just sit in there and just look at the wall and smoke
yes.
a cigar and have a drink or something.
Yeah,
every now and
man,
again?
it's the quietest place in northern Minnesota.
I knew it.
You just go in there, close the door, and just soak it in.
Yep.
We have 7 kids.
That
Good
makes
place
sense.
to hide.
That
Lock the
makes
door.
sense.
It's my
Yep.
safe space.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and he had a sweet table that you opened up last
saw that
week.
one.
Or,
Tools for Veterans. I'm going to
Yes.
give them a huge shout
Yeah.
out. They're in Michigan. They raise money to support veterans and veterans organizations. They're on Facebook, Tools for Veterans. Go find them. They came out with this M1 Grand table. You can buy it right on their website. It's like $399, free shipping, and it's made out of 4 M1 Grand surplus stocks.
Yeah, so they're legit stock.
They're legit. And they were military surplus leftover stocks that are like new conditions. So no M1 Grands were harmed in making the table.
yeah, that table was awesome. I actually looked it up after that video. I was like, man,
You should get one.
I
It would look great in this corner.
I know.
Boy,
I was
we
just
do. We've
thinking
been
that.
saying we need a table.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, and I was looking at it, and because I picked up, so I've got 2 M1As. I've got a SOCOM, and then I just last year I picked up the wood stock and the long barrel. And, oh man, that thing is just, it's a dream to shoot. You haven't shot it yet, but
I have not.
You have.
I have, yeah.
And it's awesome. I don't know. I'm obsessed with them. So even though it's not the M1 Grand, but it's as close as I can get.
It's the same
you
action
know.
in that gun.
Yep, exactly. So it's glorious. I love it. So yeah, that table would be pretty sweet.
Yep.
Yeah, I did. I looked at it too.
Yeah, they reached out on me on Facebook and they offered me a free table if I did a live unboxing. And then I looked into their organization and I was like, I'm still buying a table from you.
Exactly. Yeah.
And I'm still doing the live unboxing.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're a great group of people.
Yeah. That was very cool.
For sure. Yeah, we met a company, a veteran-owned company too, down at
Jacked gear.
Jacked Gear.
Yep. They make the slings, the paracord slings for archery. You know, I mean, they do a lot of other stuff, but obviously archery is their main thing. And they're out of Missouri. All veteran-owned. Veterans make all.
Yeah, veterans make
all the gear,
all that stuff.
Yeah, it is. It's really cool.
So it's nice to see those companies
Yeah.
coming up with original ideas like that table. that was pretty sweet.
Yeah, that was awesome.
So Sam, personal question:
Yes.
Are you a prepper?
I don't know if I would give myself the label of a prepper, but I would have to say I'm an exceedingly prepared individual.
I've been wondering. I figured you probably would.
Yeah, so I don't know. I wouldn't give myself that label.
Yeah.
But I'm ready for everything.
I'm trying to get there. I'm getting more, and I'm trying to get there.
Yeah.
I've started to. I thought I had a bug out bag at one time, and then as I watched more videos and read more stuff, I was like, "Yeah, that was not a bug out bag. That was just a backpack full of junk."
Yeah.
So I'm trying to get more of that. Just you just never know. It's just one of those things.
So you can think that you're prepared for everything, but there's holes in everything that you have. So just the other day, we lost water at our house for 8 hours. And I'll tell you what, everybody was losing their mind. And it was a pressure switch on our pressure tank. It was that simple. But we had no water anywhere in the house. And I'm like, I have no way to get water out of the ground if we don't have power. So yeah, I'm prepared for everything except I can't get water out of the ground. So what am I doing? Late at night, I'm scrolling. I'm like, manual hand pumps I can put over my well.
Yeah, I do that same thing.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, you're somewhat of a prepper, kind of, in a way.
A little bit. A little bit. I mean, I have the whole food stockpile. I mean, nobody knows where I live. So I have a whole food stockpile and a bunch of guns. Not as much as this guy, but I have a bunch of guns. But and small hobby firearm. I have animals to eat if I need to. And artesian well, so mine flows when the power goes off.
Dude, that's so awesome.
I'm
you got
covered
me
there.
beat.
Yeah. Mine's sort of mine, they say it's an artesian well, but it's not, because when it's dry out, it doesn't flow. So it's not an official.
Well, artesians do kind of stop flowing as they get older too. So
yeah, and this is quite an old well, but a few years ago I was like, sweet, I have an artesian, I'm kind of set for that, but it's not the case, I guess.
Well, I found out that mine actually still worked when I had to replace my pump, and there's a little overflow hose and it was still coming out of there. So no power, so I'm golden.
How about you, Jared?
As far as guns and ammo go, I would say I'm pretty well prepared. I don't have the food stockpiled, but that's where the guns come in. I've got a couple freezers full of venison and
you live on the lake too. You can just go fishing, right?
Yeah, easy fishing on that lake too.
No doubt.
And then my family has a place down by Brainerd as well, and that's pretty well stocked. So got a couple options.
Right.
Now you call that Brainerd, but that's Pillager, isn't it?
It's Pillager. Yeah, it's between Brainerd and Pillager, but the address is Pillager.
Okay,
but everybody says Brainerd.
Right.
Yeah.
Nobody knows where Pillager is.
Pillager.
No.
Investment is a freeze dryer.
Yes.
I've been wanting to get one of those so bad, but
I don't know if the mic picked it up.
Oh, yep.
Freeze dryer.
Yeah.
My brother-in-law got one, and they're pretty handy. I tried to get them off him a couple times, but I haven't been able to.
I've got a smoker, electric smoker, and which obviously power grid goes down. I have generators. I've got 3 of them. But then I also have I just recently got a dehydrator. So I'm going to start kind of making my own. It's a small one. It's, pretty simple, but I figured, let's start small and just kind of see how it goes. I haven't had the opportunity to make any jerky yet, but that's my goal, hopefully soon. So
I bought my mom one of those giant dehydrators. So she's like our family stockpiler and freeze dryer of food. She's always experimenting with stuff.
You can freeze dry anything.
Yeah, she was freeze drying Skittles the other day.
Yeah. My brother-in-law does
and they were amazing.
Yeah, we bought some from one of the sports shows somewhere, and it's like, we were in Duluth. The wife came over and bought one. It's like, they're not too bad, And then it was, I don't know, it's these ring candies or something. Those weren't very good, but the Skittles, and I'm a Skittles guy, so those were amazing freeze dried. So. So Sam, do you hunt? Do you get the opportunity to hunt? Okay.
Yeah. So I'm a deer hunter, avid deer hunter. I'm a fisherman. Just got back from Louisiana, did some deep sea fishing.
Yeah, that's right.
That was unbelievable.
That would be cool.
What'd you catch down there?
Redfish, black drum, sheep's head.
Okay, I've got some sheep's
catfish,
head. Yep.
Needlefish. Got into a Jack Cavall that was huge.
Yeah,
that would be cool.
Yeah, fishing down there is easy compared to here.
Yeah,
really.
Oh gosh,
how far did you go out?
We went out about 50 miles out into the Gulf. Yep.
Wow.
But basically, when you fish for redfish, you're fishing in like 2 feet of water with a live shrimp. And you've got your bobber. You got about 4 feet of line out, and you just pop your bobber. And I mean, we would have 3 fish on all day. All of us catching fish at the same time.
That sounds like a hoot too.
That would be fun. We should go down there.
Oh gosh,
I'd love to.
Captain Ed.
Past Kansas next year.
Yep.
Find Captain Ed, St. Bernard's fishing charter.
Okay.
Yep.
And he's out of New Orleans?
Yeah, 35 miles south of New Orleans.
Okay.
Yep, St. Bernard's Parish.
Okay. So you guys just got out of there before that tropical storm was kind of moving in.
Yeah, we got caught out on the big water one day. Oof. We were supposed to have like 1 foot rollers, and we ended up with like 8 or 9 foot rollers. and we were in a flat bottom boat.
Oh, man. That had to be exciting.
That was a very slow venture back to land.
Yeah, I don't know if I would have made that one. I might have been getting sick a little bit on that.
Oh, I don't know. I've been out there fishing in them rollers. You think you can stand up in those boats, but you sure can't, man.
No, everybody. This was my first year going down there, so everybody was waiting for me to get seasick, and I was like, "Man, I was in the Navy,
Right.
I'm used to this."
Exactly.
If you were underwater.
Yeah, there's no waves down there, man.
All right, you got me.
Can't feel the waves.
All right, you got me.
Yeah, you were a submariner.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
on purpose.
On purpose.
So do not ask me for advice.
Makes them bad.
My advice is questionable.
That's awesome. So, being a submariner, what do you think about all the subs down by Florida now?
We've been playing this game for 20 years. Yeah, this is nothing new.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the Russian subs and Cuba. Yeah, we've been playing this game for a long time. And actually, what you hear and see on the news, none of it's real.
Really?
Yeah, this has been going on for decades. I mean, we would come back from stuff and I'd be looking through newspapers and it's like, oh, none of that even hit the news. Cool. Yeah. So we're not told anything.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. It's just what's trending on TikTok and what's trending on Facebook. And
Pretty much.
Yeah.
What somebody clicks on, and that's what they talk about.
Yep.
I was actually surprised to see the Russian sub in Cuba story on the news.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I suppose if they do it every year or whatever.
I mean, this has been going on for
one of those things. Not a whole lot else going on. So
yeah,
I suppose.
Yeah, let's throw that out there. Let's get people thinking, people talking.
Right.
Obviously.
Make them think it's a bigger deal than it is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't surprise me.
So avid deer hunter.
Yes.
So have you been anywhere else hunting at all, or just?
No, man, I work too much.
Yeah.
A buddy of mine invited me to go to Africa on a safari hunt in February, and I told him I was going to go, but my wife was giving me the side eye.
Can't do that if you're going to buy a Sherp.
Take the Sherp over there.
Right.
I don't know. I think I would go there just for the experience.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd be pulling the trigger on a lion or an elephant or a zebra or something like that. Like,
No.
I don't know how you shoot that.
Yeah. I think it'd be cool to go just to see.
Yeah.
See the animals, see the terrain, everything.
Yeah.
But
Cape buffalo, maybe. Kudu, maybe.
Something you can eat.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Cape buffalo, most dangerous thing on the planet.
Yeah.
That might be a rush.
Yeah. He's going out there to archery hunt. So
Oh, man.
he wants to get one with a bow.
Really?
Yeah.
A Cape buffalo.
Yes.
Oof, I don't know if I've ever seen that done.
Yeah. That's his goal. I don't know if they'll let him. They might kill him in the process.
Exactly. He's going to have to sign a waiver for sure.
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah, those things don't die when you shoot them in the face.
Yep. No thanks. I'll stick to white-tailed deer.
So rifle hunting then?
Yes.
Yeah? What's your go-to
Go-to hunting rifle.
for deer?
And there's years I've hunted with a World War II German sniper rifle. I try to change it up and make it difficult.
Yep.
But the go-to 30-06 or 308.
There you go. Perfect.
Solid.
Never stops, never fails.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's the job.
Yeah. That's what I started using last year. Otherwise 270, but that's kind of my go.
Well, at least you didn't say 6.5 Creedmoor.
Right.
I'm
And obviously
kinda glad you didn't
suppressed.
say that.
Really?
Yep. Rifle with a can. Yes. It's awesome.
All your guns got cans on them? They
Every
probably
single
will.
one of them.
Really?
Yeah.
Every single one of them.
That is so awesome.
Once you shoot with a suppressor, you never want to touch a gun ever again that does not have one on.
Yeah.
That's probably what I'm more scared of.
Right.
Is that once I get one and get it on, then it's like, okay, well, I need one for this gun. I need one for that gun.
Well, that's
You know.
where, like, I want to get that 30 cal suppressor, and you can go down from there,
Yep.
right?
So you buy the
just
30
can't go
cal
up from there.
titanium Trident, and it'll go on anything from a 300 Win Mag all the way down to your AR-15.
Okay.
Yeah. So
You don't have to buy as many as you think.
That is true.
Getting that
valid
30
point.
cal for the 308, and then it's going on the 5.56.
Perfect. That's
Yep.
all I
That's it.
need.
And a 22.
We didn't ask what is the cost on your cans?
The 22 can is $500, and the 30 cal titanium is $11.99.
Heck, that's not bad.
It's very competitive.
And it's
for
the
sure.
only suppressor you will ever need.
Right.
Yeah.
And from a Minnesota company.
Right. Locally made.
Boom. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the best part.
I agree.
Right. That's the cool thing about the firearms industry in general is it's U.S.
Yes.
products, U.S. companies. I mean, if you buy a bicycle, you can't get one made in the United States.
What was that saying? You were saying earlier about AKs?
What do you mean?
Are those U.S. made too?
Well,
the ones he gets.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
I get what you're saying. Yeah, no, those are Russian
Yeah.
and Romanian.
No, I'm just giving you a hard time.
Yeah, there are some things that you do need to get from other countries, like
There are.
AKs are Russian and Chinese. SKSs are Chinese.
Right. We get a lot of imported cheap shotguns. Or
Yep.
A lot of shotguns are Turkish.
Turkey, yeah. Come from Turkey.
They've got a monopoly on that market.
Turkey actually makes some really fine weapons,
Yes.
but you can't go there as an American.
Really?
You cannot go to Turkey.
Really?
Yep.
Watch me.
They will take you as a hostage.
Really? I did not know
We're
that.
going to send Jared. Try to get in. Yeah. I don't think I want to go over there.
No, I didn't know that.
You know?
Yeah, the State Department has stopped all U.S. travel to Turkey
When did that start?
about a year ago.
I thought they were our pals.
They'll sell us stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, of course they will.
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody will sell us stuff.
Yeah, no doubt. But yeah, there are a lot of fine weapons made in the U.S.
Yes.
You know?
Oh, for sure.
But yeah.
'Even locally.
Yes.
Minnesota. I'm gonna
There's
say
some
local.
great companies in Minnesota that make firearms. You know, we spoke to one just recently.
Yeah,
APF.
that's
Yeah.
right.
Great company.
Yeah, they're awesome to work with. And then we've got, we haven't talked to him yet, but Magnum Research, you know.
They're in Pillager.
Which I
Yeah.
really wanted to talk to those guys. So
Me too.
maybe they'll be listening.
Well, they might, they'll listen if Sam's on here probably.
Yep. I'm trying to think who
No
else
idea
is
they
this?
were in Pillager.
Yeah, yep.
Pillager.
Yeah, I just found that out not too long ago too, and some of those things those guns they make are they're nice.
No one else makes a deagle.
No. Yep. Yeah, then I'm trying to think, is there anybody else in Minnesota that makes firearms? I'm sure there is, but maybe not.
To my knowledge,
Maybe not,
just
yeah.
Magnum and APF.
Yep. Okay.
Right.
Yep. And then we've got Henry over in Wisconsin. Yeah. So pretty close.
But that's new Henry, right? That ain't. I mean, that's not like original Henry, is it?
I think they're all out of Wisconsin.
Yeah, they're all out of there. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. It originated in Wisconsin. Yeah, for sure.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yep. And then of course we've got, a great ammo manufacturer here too.
Right.
Yeah. Federal.
Right.
So
Yeah.
Although I think they're trying to sell or something, aren't they? Didn't I hear that?
I haven't heard that.
I think there's efforts to get them out of business.
Yeah,
Yeah.
There was somebody that was bidding on them. There was a U.S. company, but they pulled their bid of like $1.2 billion or something. But then there was some foreign company that put in a bid, and I don't know. I was just reading this the other day.
I'm not familiar with that. I just know with this whole push to get lead out of ammo, and that would be a huge hit on federal and really all of
them.
ammo
Yeah, I can
manufacturers.
imagine.
Yeah, the last lead smelter in the United States left Doe Run, Missouri during the Obama administration. Chinese company bought it and shipped it over to China.
Really?
And the first thing I asked myself was, is China going to sell us ammo
right.
or bullets for our rounds?
Yeah.
What if we go to war with them? Are they going to sell us bullets?
Doubt it.
Doubt it.
It's crazy.
Anyway, what do you do?
You get a refill.
So, Sam, you were a submariner.
Yes, sir.
When did you get out of the service?
So I was in from 1997 to 2002.
Okay.
Yep.
Where do you go for training for something like that?
So at a boot camp, went to Groton, Connecticut to basic enlisted submarine school.
Okay.
And they put you through the ringer and they weed out the people who shouldn't be there.
Yeah.
They're really good at that. So
Like the claustrophobic people? Or?
yeah, so you talk to a lot of psychologists in that 8-9 months,
I can imagine.
and they just make sure that, it's all volunteer. They don't make anyone go submarines. It's 100% volunteer service.
Okay.
And they just make sure that you're not crazy and you're not claustrophobic and you're not afraid of drowning inside of a small tube.
Yeah, because
Who would be afraid of that?
right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm freaked out right now.
They have trainers for that. They put you in a small machinery room that's sealed on all 6 sides and they flood it
Oh man.
so that there's 2 inches of air at the ceiling. And they're like, all right, who still wants to be here?
And you said, "Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
cool."
I'm still down for this.
It's like that scene from what's that movie with like the British Secret Service and they flood them and like they're breathing air through like the shower heads.
Oh,
You know what I'm
yeah.
talking about?
Yep.
Yeah.
Now I can't think of one.
We basically have a trainer for that too.
Really?
Yeah, we have escape trunk training, and they put you in an escape hatch and they flood it, and you have 1 breath of oxygen inside of your mask, and then you have to swim out of the escape hatch into the bottom of like a 30-foot pool. And then you swim out from up that. And that's the simulation of escaping a sunken submarine.
Wow.
So your previous statement was to find out if you're crazy or not. So I'm beginning to wonder that you have to be a little crazy
They weed
to
out the
pass.
sane ones.
Yes.
So according to a psychologist, you're only crazy. My favorite question they would ask is, do you enjoy watching other people sleep?
What did you say?
How do you answer that?
Apparently, that's a giant red flag if you answer that one wrong.
What's the right answer?
The right answer is no. I do not enjoy it.
Wow.
Yeah, that
The
was the big one.
Kingsman. That's the movie. The Kingsman.
Yep.
Good movie.
Wow, that is an interesting question. I'm gonna be asking everybody now.
Do you enjoy watching people sleep?
And sleepwalking is an automatic disqual.
Really?
I bet.
Yep. And if you're colorblind, automatic disqual.
Okay.
Yep.
Isn't everything just gray down there?
Right?
No, it's red or green.
Oh,
Yep.
I suppose red, green, colorblind would be a bad deal.
Port and starboard.
that makes sense.
So, you ever have anything exciting happen down there?
Yeah, but I can't talk about it.
Yeah.
I can tell you I was on the Louisville for 4 years.
Okay.
And it was a fast attack submarine based out of Pearl Harbor.
Okay.
And we were trained to hunt and kill other submarines.
Awesome.
That's what we did. The boat I was on was the first submarine to ever hit land targets with Tomahawk missiles in a time of war. So that's Louisville's claim to fame.
Really?
Yep. And every time we'd come back from a deployment, the Louisville Slugger Company would send us all baseball bats.
Oh, cool.
Personalized baseball bats.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you got a bunch of them at home then?
I got a few, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the motto was walk softly but carry a big stick. Yeah.
Yeah, they call you guys, what do they call you guys? A silent service?
Silent service, yeah.
Yeah. Because you can't tell anybody what you
Because you
did.
can't tell anybody what we did.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Well, that's
So how long were you under? I mean, what can you tell you? How long?
I spent 4 years of my life underwater.
Oh, man.
We would do 6-month deployments, and I would say all of that, other than about 3 weeks, was underwater.
wow.
That just blows my mind.
Yep. We would go to some really cool ports, but mostly it was all immersion 24/7.
Yep.
And what's like the average depth under you are?
Can't tell you that.
Oh,
Yeah.
I guess not. It's like
Silent
a game of
service,
Battleship
man.
here, right?
Still sworn to secrecy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there are not a lot of secrets in the military, but the submarine force is like the last place where there's still a ton of secrets,
Oh, I'm sure.
where you still can't talk about it.
Yeah.
And I don't want dudes in black suits pulling me out of your
right.
your office here.
We don't want that either.
I mean, it'd be kind of exciting.
It'd be cool to
Maybe
watch,
it's something
right?
to talk about in the next
Ratings are
episode.
through the roof.
Yeah. And that's something that a lot of people that you don't know about either is the submarine world.
Right.
You
It's a
know,
really
and
small community. I would say 10% of the Navy is in submarines.
Okay.
Probably only 1.001% of the population has been on a submarine. Yeah. So it's a very small community, small group of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Small group of crazy people.
Did you know it's in Kansas, the Submarine Museum is in Emporia, Kansas, right?
Yep.
Or yeah. I drive by it all the time when I head home and on 35 and I always go, why is there a submarine, museum here in Kansas?
So I want to say that that museum in Emporia, Kansas actually has a recovered Russian submarine
Okay.
at that museum.
Really?
That is one that I haven't been to, but every time I drive by, I always think about it. It's like, I need to visit that one because that would be really cool.
Everywhere we go, if there's a submarine museum, we go to it.
Yep.
Yeah, they're recovering Russian submarines in Kansas. Russian submariners need to get their act together.
They took a wrong turn.
They went deep.
There's a pretty deep aquifer in that area, but man, they a world record right there.
Took a wrong turn for sure.
Get your shit together, people.
So is that near somewhere when we were down in Kansas?
Yeah, we drive right by it.
Did we?
There's a big sign and everything.
I'm in that a Russian sub, man. We'd have totally stopped.
I didn't know they had a Russian sub, but that now that we do,
Yeah, we're going.
yep, we're stopping there next year.
Sure.
Yeah, I want to say they recovered that without the Russians knowing about it. And then we studied it and reverse engineered their technology.
Yep.
And then That's how it works.
And it ended up in Kansas somehow.
You know, they go, hey, we need an attraction around Emporia. So let's put what's going to get people to come to Emporia, Kansas? Let's put a sub there.
Not just any sub, a Russian sub.
Exactly. So, you know, it's their claim to fame.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Exciting
I
stuff.
didn't know that either.
So, yeah. So you got to live in Pearl Harbor?
Pearl Harbor. Yep. We stand in topside watch on the Louisville when they permanently moored the Missouri
Really?
in Pearl Harbor.
Oh, wow.
Yep. And you could see it because, I mean, she's a giant gunship. And I radioed down below decks. I was like, fellas, we're going to need a bigger gun.
Classic Jaws reference.
She's just a giant gun, giant floating gun. The thing is so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be cool to see.
And what year was that done?
That was 1999 or 2000.
Okay.
Yeah, because I think I was out there in 2000, so that would have been there.
That's when they brought it out from, I want to say it came from Washington State.
And that's where you met your lovely bride?
Yep. Picked her up from the airport, Honolulu International Airport.
Yeah. And talked her into coming back to Minnesota?
Yeah. She didn't know what she was in for.
No, northern Minnesota.
She knew it wasn't New Jersey.
I think when I told her I was from Minnesota, she said, "Where is that?"
I totally did. I have no idea.
She couldn't find it on a map.
Oh, wow. New Jersey. Educational system. Come on.
It's great.
Sweet.
Well, I'm an import as well. So southern Kansas. So, you know, and
Are you
otherwise-
Russian?
I hear they have a lot of
Not
subs
Russian.
down there.
Yeah. Southern. I was way further south. Way further
Yeah, he's
south.
damn near an Okie.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. So, no, that's cool.
So back on topic, Off Grid.
Yes.
What's one of the coolest things you got in there now for sale?
Ooh, man.
It's hard to pick, isn't it?
I have a revolver for sale that belonged to Buffalo Bill Cody.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
It was a revolver that he carried on him when he was 14 years old when he rode with the Pony Express.
Wow.
Yep. I have Belle Starr's revolver for sale. She's known as the Bandit Belle. She was part of the James Gang.
Okay, yeah.
I have her revolver in the store. Carbine Williams. He invented the M1 carbine.
Yep.
He was in the prison system for robbing banks. And he came up with an amazing firearms design. And the feds pardoned him.
Weird.
Yeah. And they put him to work. And I have his M1 carbine in the store for sale.
Yeah.
That's just to name a few.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I don't
do
know. I've
get
got a lot of
unique,
really
yeah.
cool, just unusual
those historical pieces are always so
historical
interesting.
pieces. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a history business.
Yeah.
You said that earlier, and that
History business.
makes
Yeah.
it full circle.
Yeah, we got to make another road trip over there for sure. Check it out.
Yeah, we have to learn from our history.
Yes.
Right.
I don't know. I think if I had any one of those guns you just listed, it would not be for sale.
Those are hard to sell. So I sell stuff all the time where I sit in the corner and weep to myself. And I'm like, Blake, stop selling my stuff.
Yeah.
He's like, just doing my job, man. Just doing my job.
Yep.
yeah, I got a buyer for that gun. No.
Please no.
I need Jeep parts.
There you go. Yep.
They do add up.
Yeah, just buy a Jeep, they said.
Yeah, Jimmy knows what that's about.
Just empty every pocket.
Every pocket. Yep.
I had one for a while, and yep, it's
Yeah.
like okay, yep,
I
I've
kinda
broken
parked
it
mine,
enough.
but-
It's time to get rid of it. Yep.
My dad works for Ford. He told me if I ever bought a Jeep, he'd shoot me.
I bet we know where we can get a
You're a
gun.
Bronco guy?
Oh, I'd love me a Bronco.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know about these new ones.
Yeah, not the new ones.
But, do you guys ever watch Longmire?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Bits and
Those
pieces.
classic Broncos.
Yes.
That's the dream.
Yep.
I actually had one not too long ago, and I sold it like an idiot.
You are an idiot.
I know. I bought it, and it was like $3,500. If I would have kept it, I could have sold that thing for like 20 grand.
Mm-hmm.
Just in a matter of 10 years.
Yeah.
God, I shoot myself for that.
Yeah.
We were talking about historical guns. What's
Yes.
the coolest historical gun you've ever sold
Or had.
or had or decided to keep?
Coolest historical gun I've ever sold. I've never been asked that before. I've sold a lot of 1919s. I'd have to think about that one for a little bit.
Yeah. Obviously, there's been a few of them then.
There's been a few. Yep. I'm trying to think of the one that probably doesn't cause me the most pain to talk about. Oh, man.
Like from the Old West. Have you any more of those ones? I love hearing about those ones. No? You don't have like Wyatt Earp's gun or something like that?
I don't have any Wyatt Earp
Oh,
guns.
man. Okay.
Yeah. Do you guys have bulletproof vests, anything like that? Kevlar over there?
Yeah, of course. We sell level 3 body armor. We have helmets. We sell night vision to mount on helmets, thermals to mount on helmets, plates, plate carriers, all that jazz.
Man.
Yeah.
All kinds of good stuff.
Yeah, we want you to be able to protect yourself.
So you got IR scopes and stuff too.
Oh yeah. Yeah. We sell a lot of thermal, a lot of night vision.
I think we're all in the market for that. So
Yeah. It's not as bad as you think.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to apply for a new credit card.
I'm here to help you break your credit card. Yeah, a lot of guys are surprised at the price tag on thermal. Like, you can get a super sweet thermal for about $1,200.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to
Really?
spend 10 grand like what people are talking about.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a nice unit. Like, you can get out on some pigs,
Yeah.
hog hunting or whatnot. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah, 12 ain't bad at all. I was thinking more than that.
No, and even the digital scope that Dad has, I mean, that's only, it retails for right around $8.
Yeah.
Right.
And so we've kind of looked at that,
Yeah, that one ain't bad.
but it'd be nice to step one or two levels up for sure.
AGM Global is our number one selling thermal brand that we
Okay.
carry. Yep.
Yeah.
The Rattler TS.
Yes,
Hot
I've looked
seller.
at those a lot.
They're like $1,200.
Yeah.
You don't have to spend a fortune. If you want to go like mega high end thermal, I'd recommend the Infray Rico Micro. It's about $5,000. It performs like a $10,000 unit, but it's only $5,000.
Huh. Well, that ain't too
Yeah.
bad.
And that one is a clip on, so you can throw it on in front of your scope and it turns your scope into a thermal.
Really?
Or you can run it just by itself as a red dot.
Okay.
Or you can mount it to a level 3 helmet
Don't tell me all
as a
that.
thermal monocular.
Really?
Because now we've got,
now you got to buy a helmet.
Dude, the helmet's the cheap part.
I suppose the helmet I normally wear won't work. Yeah, that's awesome. Man, this is going to be, I don't know. I mean, this is great, but I have a feeling this is going to hurt me more than anything.
Right.
My checkbook.
At Off Grid, our goal is just to help people expand the horizons of possibilities.
Expand the horizons of debt
Yeah,
through possibilities.
Right.
correct.
But Sam does not do it to make money.
I'm here to help.
He wants you to protect your family.
Yeah, he wants you to pay
Just
for his
does it
Sherp.
to buy more for the store.
Exactly.
And a Sherp.
The Sherp.
Oh, that's pretty
I don't know.
cool.
I say if those silencers kick off, why not get a Sherp?
Oh, the silencers have already kicked off.
Boom.
Yeah, we're just going to go national here in a couple days.
Yeah,
Sure. I have a feeling you're going to be,
And the gloves are coming off.
struggling to keep up.
Yeah.
Me
So I
too.
think the suppressor business is going to take over the company,
Yeah.
and that selling firearms is going to be just a thing because I'm into it,
yeah.
Yep.
and I like it.
Yep.
But Off Grid is going to be a suppressor company.
Yeah.
I see that in its very near future.
Sticking with the classes and training too.
Oh, of
right?
course.
Yeah.
Just because we're passionate about that. But the suppressors are going to kind of take over the shop. I have a very strong feeling that's going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I would, just by seeing those, I would say, yeah, you're probably right.
Right. And
You're going to have
the
your hands full.
suppressor inventory in the country is at an all-time low.
Yeah.
Because the transfer times are so fast that everybody's like, I want to buy a suppressor. Well, you can't get one right now.
Yeah.
Totally out of stock. Like, if you go on Silencer Shop's website, there are very few things available for purchase. Yeah.
Well, the good thing is we got an insight,
And here we are printing them.
right?
Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
That
I'd
is
like
so
to see
cool.
that operation.
Yeah, when we print 22 suppressors, we print 60 22 cans on a plate. So we print 60 at a time.
Yeah.
Our 30 cal cans, we print 24 of them on a plate at a time. And it takes about 12 hours to print a plate of 24 30 cal suppressors.
Wow, that's pretty quick turnaround.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For that many.
Right. So when you print them, I mean, obviously then you must have to process them and
Correct.
coat them.
Yep. So they go from printing to Cerakote. And the Cerakoting process is part of the heat treating process, which finalizes the cure on the titanium. But
Okay.
yeah, we've done meltdown tests of our Inconel suppressor on our rifle, and you can get them up to 1,500, 1,600 degrees, and then your gun melts before the can does.
Really?
Yeah. And these suppressors have already passed all the U.S. SOCOM standards. So we could market these to the military, but right now we just choose not to.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's cool. That 22 one, I kind of want that. I have those stripy gophers in my field, and I really need to take care of them. But
Yeah, I don't have a 22 with a threaded barrel.
I don't, but I could buy
either.
one.
I know where
Or
you can get one.
threaded. Yeah.
I need one because my little 22 pistol is so loud. I think my neighbors are going to start complaining pretty soon with me out there shooting at those
Yeah,
things.
it's all about being kind of the neighbors.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And I could sit out there and shoot all damn day long at those things.
Yeah.
Just throw it on your 308.
Not the 22 can.
Yeah, not the 22 can. No, get the 30 cal and throw it on
I
there.
could use 5.56 at least.
Yeah, that would
Get the 30 cal. It'll work for both.
Yeah,
The
exactly.
stripy gophers.
That's my
and
plan.
Yep.
And Dean.
You'll know if you hit them because there'll be nothing left.
right.
Just pink mist.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
So 2 days, and then they're going to be on the website or what?
They'll be on the website and they're going to be distributed nationally.
Okay.
Yep. More details on that to come soon. Very, very soon.
Mm-hmm.
It's exciting.
Yep.
So when somebody buys one, do they have to come to the store?
No, so we can transfer, like if somebody's out of state or if they live 3-4 hours away from us,
Right.
we can do a Form 3 transfer to a Class 3 dealer near where you live,
Okay.
and then they will handle your paperwork for you.
All right.
And then they can help facilitate the transfer if they can to you as an individual.
Gotcha.
Or they can come to Off Grid.
Right. Make it easy.
That'd be the best place to go.
Right. Yeah, because you have like a kiosk. Do you still use a kiosk?
No, we've graduated past the
That's
kiosk.
it. You got a better way now.
We have a better way.
Okay.
Yep, we put the kiosk in the back corner.
Yeah. Last time I was there, that's what you guys used, but that was years ago.
Yep. So
Yeah.
the system we use now is super streamlined. There's no waiting period. It takes about 15 minutes from start to finish, including fingerprints and photo. Payment of the $200 tax stamp to the ATF. We do all of that, and it takes 10-15 minutes.
Wow.
Nice.
And there's
that is quick.
there's no waiting time to certify e-forms. We do it all for you right when you're there.
Wow.
Yep.
So you make it real easy.
Right.
Yeah, that's way faster than the kiosk was.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
50 times faster.
Yeah.
So do you have a waiting line at the store doing that?
When things are great,
Sometimes?
yes.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
But that's a good problem to have,
a good problem to
obviously.
have.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, you might after these things come out. I have a
Yeah.
feeling.
Yeah. Yeah, we've been selling the off-grid cans in-house here for quite some time already, about 2 weeks.
Okay.
Really?
And yeah, we've sold just a ton of them
Yeah, that's great.
using the new system.
Right.
Yeah.
So this 30 cal can, you can use that on multi-calibers.
Yep, 300 Win Mag all the way down to an AR-15
Okay.
and every caliber in between.
In between.
Comes down to bullet diameter.
Okay.
Okay.
That's good to know.
That is.
Pretty much the only can you need that is caliber specific is a 22, correct?
Well, even the 22 is
What would work for a 17?
our 22 suppressors for 22 long rifle, 22 mag, 17 HMR, and 5.7x2.8.
Okay. Yep.
I was going to ask about the 22 mag because I do have one. That would be fun.
That can was it's a
Mine's
4 caliber
threaded
can.
too.
Yeah, I believe it is.
Yeah. That's good to know.
Stop slouching. You got a photo up. You got to stop slouching.
She's the marketing person.
Right?
My gosh.
Look like you're saying something smart. Come on.
Anything else on your horizon?
Exciting.
Suppressor launch is pretty much taking up my life right now.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can only imagine.
Yeah. And we're still banging out carry classes like normal. But yeah, the suppressor thing, we've been working on it for 4 years.
Oh,
Really?
wow.
From an idea to having a product I can sell you, 4 years.
How much of the testing did you get to do?
Zero.
Really?
No. So we have a group of guys that specialize in testing suppressors. And we put about $55,000 worth of ammo through our cans to try to destroy them.
Wow.
And
Didn't happen.
Well, that one with the cross section you said had 6,000 rounds
6,000
through
rounds
it.
to it. Nothing
And
but rave reviews.
Yeah, I mean, it looks clean.
Great.
The first place that reached out to us that wanted to demo and test and potentially buy our suppressors was a nonprofit group called Just One More. And they are a group of private contractors that go in and help release people from sex slavery
Okay.
and child sex trafficking. Yeah.
So they're pretty serious then if they're
I
looking
was
for
like,
silencers.
I can't think of a better group of
Right.
guys that I want my cans in hands of.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I was really excited about that.
Yeah.
So was it hard to get the approval to I mean, make the cans and through
Yep.
the ATF and all that. I'm
Yep.
sure that was a
To get the
grueling
manufacturer's
process.
license
Yeah.
took a couple years.
Yep.
Yep.
Wow.
It's totally worth it.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yep.
The APF does not like the cans I make. It's Motorcraft 500 FLS. I'm kidding.
Yeah. Yeah.
What were we saying about Men in Black suits?
Yeah, I'm gonna be waiting for you when you leave. Okay. So, what made you decide to do the silencers? I mean, is it something you always wanted to do?
So
or?
I had friends who were in the 3D printing world.
Mm-hmm.
And one day I just approached them and I knew that they made high-tech 3D printed parts and pieces. And I approached them with a suppressor and I said, is it possible that you could 3D print me cans? And they were like, I don't see why not. And that's why it took 4 years to go from an idea to concept to actually having a finished product. It took a long time, but
Yeah.
So you're like the first people to try to 3D print these.
no, actually the first 3D printed can was in 2014. And I want to say it was a European company,
Okay.
but it didn't become, it still isn't mainstream.
Right. Yeah.
It's
There's
not
not too
mainstream.
many out there at all.
No.
Yeah, not that I've seen or heard of. Because don't they usually come in pieces? I mean, you can generally take them apart.
Machined,
So
baffle
this is
stacked.
yours is
Yeah,
all just
yep.
one piece.
One piece.
Right.
One piece. Super simple.
So I recommend come on down to Off Grid and let's do some testing.
That's
Yes.
exactly what I was going to say, but I didn't want to invite you myself.
I want you guys to come out. We'll throw them on some firearms and spend some time on the range so you can experience what they're like.
Oh, man.
Yeah. You know, the cool thing is this can all come with us.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be
We
cool.
can do on location.
You should do it on location.
Because that would be awesome. And we could put it up
Podcast.
to the mic.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
invited.
Yeah. I
Absolutely.
think we got to do on location.
Heck yeah, I'll haul this stuff over there for that. No problem.
Yeah. We have to take the good mics.
Well, yeah.
Because we got headsets, but
These-
we'll
you
have
want
to do
these
the good ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
For
for
sure.
sure.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
We'll figure out some time to schedule that.
Yep.
Definitely. Well, cool.
Yeah.
Well, I think that pretty well wraps it up. You know,
I think so. Since Sam won't tell me all the secrets about the submariner service,
My
I
lips
can't
are
ask
still
too many
sealed.
I don't even
questions.
know how deep they go.
I'm not going to jail today, man.
Deeper than I can swim. That's all I need to know.
Right, right.
Yep. No, we appreciate you coming
Yeah,
over.
thanks for
Appreciate
driving over,
everything
guys.
you do. You know,
Super excited about the new product.
We are too.
Yes.
Thank you so much for having us on today.
yeah, it's been fun, and want to thank both of you for your service.
Oh,
for
yeah,
everything you guys
absolutely.
do. So,
Yep, right on.
all right. Off Grid Armory, your firearm and training destination in northern Minnesota.
Visit offgridarmory.us. The Minnesota Deer Hunters Association and Wolf Report proudly sponsor this podcast. However, please note that the opinions, topics, and guests featured may not necessarily align with the views, beliefs, goals, or mission of our sponsors.